Okay.
I'm going to try to do this sitting down, but I'll probably end up standing up. All right, hi.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for coming today. I appreciate you guys for doing this for me. We're going to go through an intervention planning for Braxton and Jackson. Both of them are second grade students here at Stewart Elementary. They're both in my classroom as well, so I get the honor of seeing them every day we're in school and kind of have the chance to work with them already. So this is for my spring practicum elementary population course. And again, my name is Heather Atkins. I'm a second grade teacher and a graduate student at Lamar University. And we're doing our practicum site here at Stewart Elementary School in Aledo, Texas. If we can kind of just go around, if you'll just introduce yourself and a little background of your teaching or principal, anything like that.
I'm Katie, do I speak here?
Nope,
here?
you
Okay.
just will do right here to us.
Katie Griffin, the principal of Stewart Elementary. This is my third year as principal here in Texas, but before that I was a principal in the state of Arizona, and this is my 9th year as an administrator, and I was a second and third grade teacher before that, before I became an administrator.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maggie Lozano. I'm the District Early Literacy Specialist and Stewart's Instructional Specialist. This is my 35th year in education, but I've spent most of my career here at Stewart teaching kindergarten and third grade, and this is my 5th year in administration as an early literacy specialist. My second year at second or third year as an instructional specialist, and my first year as the district-wide.
I know when I was putting your thing up there, I was like, I have to make sure I put all her titles on here.
She's got
lots of hats she holds.
Reading
and Reading Academy didn't make the list.
I'm Madison Gilbert. I'm a special education co-teacher, and this is my 3rd year teaching.
And I asked Madison to come today just because she's worked with Braxton quite a bit, so her insight into his background last year and then the intervention plan moving forward, because we've changed some IEP goals for him as well. So, all right.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, let's get started. These are the literacy domains we're going to cover. I split it into both the kids, so we'll talk about Braxton first, and then we'll go into Jackson's. We're going to be looking at phonics, phonological awareness, and really focusing in on Braxton's writing with his letter formations, his line placement, and letter size. Braxton, he's a 7-year-old boy in our classroom. He's been with Stewart been at Stewart Elementary since kindergarten. He loves hockey. The Dallas Stars is his team. He's playing. I think he practices and plays now too, so he's enjoying that. Loves roadblocks and just playing with his friends. I don't know if there's a staff member here that doesn't know Braxton, especially on our side of the building, because when he walks down the hall, everybody gets a hug from Braxton or a hello. And even Maggie Rose the other day, our speech pathologist, mentioned he knows my name and I met him once, but he knows exactly who she is. Currently, Braxton, he comes from a dual income family. Both parents work outside of the home. He attended an after-school program with his younger sister, but just recently they've had some changes. It sounds like Grandma and Grandpa or Grandpa might be moving into the area, so he's going to be going home with him as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this kind of affects Braxton and his behaviors. Yeah. Braxton does have an IEP in place for writing and behavior. He has the following accommodations of chunking assignments, reminders to stay on task, sitting in close proximity to the teacher, and a verbal if-then. And honestly, we just met about his IEP and he's doing really well with all of these. So we just want to keep them in place for him moving into 3rd grade because we know that's kind of a big shift for him. His behavior goal is by the end of the IEP year with adult guided support, Braxton will demonstrate appropriate social communication, self-regulation skills by reducing work avoidance, attention-seeking behaviors, communicating his wants and needs effectively, and managing distractions, sensory-seeking behaviors, and accuracy, or with 80% accuracy. Madison, how do you think we're doing on this?
So we'll just be back with him. I think he's doing great from last year to this year. The reducing the work avoidance, it's more of the rushing to get done to move on to the next thing. And the attention seeking behaviors, he just wants to know that he's doing well at all times and wants to make sure that
I agree.
He's doing the right thing, but he does it in a way of not appropriate attention seeking. So we're just working on that.
Yeah. Well, I think even when he does those, though, he's very good at taking his few minutes, kind of getting himself back together, and then being able to kind of communicate that too.
Especially from last year to this year, he wouldn't be able to express how he was feeling, and this year he can actually tell us that he's frustrated or why he's frustrated, or it going into his academics with his behavior. Last year, if he didn't know something, he would shut down, whereas this year he's able to communicate that he's frustrated or upset because he doesn't understand what's happening, or he doesn't understand the work that he's doing.
Yes, for sure. So his writing goal, which we've just added to his IEP, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. I think we had it. It was very recent. Yeah, so he's only had a few times with this, with some support coming in on this. Is by the end of the IEP year, when given a written task, Braxton will accurately write letters, words, and complete sentences using proper spacing, capitalization, and punctuation with 75% accuracy as measured by his teacher's observation work samples. Madison and I have talked a lot that this goal's great because now that we have the behavior under control, we feel like he lost a lot of that last year. And we can just kind of go in and intervene on this. So I'm glad that I'm able to kind of support him twice in this, where Madison can do it, and I'm going to be able to give him that extra intervention as well.
Because last year, with his writing, I actually supported him during their RGR time. And so they would be on the carpet, but me and him would be over here while they're doing their space, flying to the moon letters. And he missed, I don't want to say 50%, but he missed a large portion of that instruction. And then they would go back to their desk and practice. We were either still working on our behavior, or when he got back to his desk, he just wanted to be done because he was upset. And a lot of times he had to take that out to recess to finish, and he'd rush through it. So we see a lot of his writing is just a lot of rushing through and not taking the time to, if he makes a mistake, he will not erase the letter that he did not write correctly, so then he would just try to go over it or fit it in the
space.
Yes.
I definitely saw a lot of that too with his dictated sentences when he was doing those. Yep. So these are the initial assessments and inventories that we've done. I have some data on the second page as well that we'll look at. We do a screener for our kids, the Amplify, where they do oral reading fluency, nonsense words, word reading. He's on grade level with his nonsense word and word reading, and he stays there pretty consistently from kinder through second grade. I know Maggie's got the data pulled up for me as well, just so we can look at that.
Yep.
And then currently his oral reading fluency and his accuracy are below average and well below average, which is pretty consistent too. He's kind of stayed below average in that area for both of those. In the classroom, he's a pretty much on grade level reader. Getting that fluency down sometimes is taking the time to read it correctly, I guess is the best way to put that. Yeah. I did a spelling inventory on him too. It put him within words pattern, which has him successful with blends, but needing some support with long vowel patterns and diphthongs. So we're really going to be focusing in on what we've been taught in the Tier 1 RGR for our other vowel sounds and our long vowel sounds with those vowel patterns. I did the UFly Foundations intervention placement as well. Kind of showed the same thing. He was successful with CVCE patterns. He did pretty well on most of the vowel pattern ones or vowel teams. When they moved into multisyllabic words, though, is when it got to be more difficult for him. And adding in some of those inflectional endings for him as well. These were the sentence dictations, and you can see on his sentence dictations, he got very few words correct. I made it a point on his, especially when I looked at it, I wanted it to be pretty perfect on there. There was, if there was any sort of formation of the letters that were wrong, I did not give him credit for those on that. Just because that's what we're really focusing in for him is his writing. Yep. That was his decoding. I did want to mention at the bottom, we've talked, he's got a pretty good pencil grip, although it's tight a lot of times. You can really see when he writes, he's kind of really getting it on his paper there. And he's got really good, pretty good spacing between his words. Like you can tell his words apart in a sentence. Where he really struggles though is that line spacing and then forming the letters correctly and the letter heights.
And to mention, he's left-handed.
He is left-handed, yes.
So
I want to turn his turn
the page.
Physically turn it so he can really see, because I'm left-handed and I could not see what I was writing. So line spacing, letter formation, and letter heights. I couldn't see what I wrote, and your hand gets all dirty. So that giving that to him, and if he's spending that much time and we're working on this, no wonder his sentence dictation, he's taking a lot of cognitive load time to just form it, and then he's got to remember how to spell the words.
Yes.
So he's got a lot going.
Which makes sense that his reading is higher than his writing, because he's able to, when he's able to just read it.
He's just not automatic.
Yeah, he's not automatic.
And not that that's a bad thing, because there's great people.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work.
Good
It's just more work, because left-handed people can't see what you're writing if you put the paper.
Yeah, and I noticed that since adding that writing goal, since I've been in here, he'll like be looking, and so on Thursday I was like, oh, why don't we turn? He turned his whole body. I'm like, no, we still have to sit and write correctly, but just turn your paper.
Completely turn it.
Yeah, and there was more success.
Good.
With at least the letter sizing.
Yeah, something else with him too, he kind of sits awkward in his seat. I've noticed too when he's sitting, so getting him to sit correctly, but then turning that paper is definitely something we'll work on.
That
sit tall in the saddle.
You have to have a writing ready body.
Yeah.
And so we've gone over that.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, because those are all great things that we'll kind of push into when we do our intervention. This is the scope and sequence that I have. I'm looking at 3 times a week, 15 to 20 minutes. And then these are the weeks laid out with the vowel patterns we're going to be working and the writing that we're going to be going over.
Can you talk a little bit about the 15 to 20 minutes and why you're doing that much time?
Yeah, so on the next page too, I'll kind of go over what the breakdown looks like for each of the days. And I know I might have to be flexible with that, just because I know, especially with Braxton, his stamina might not be up to that point. I'm hoping that the initial will probably be more like 15 to 20, but once we get all of our directions, our systems, a routine in place, that we can maybe tighten that up a little bit as well. Yeah. So I'm really going to focus in on our long vowel sounds and then our other vowel sounds with him. Hopefully just creating a good solid foundation of those. They've had Tier 1 support in all of these sounds already with our RGR program, which we'll continue to reference those hand signals that we use for those sounds, and a lot of the tools that they give us to utilize in intervention time. For writing, I'm going to start with some stick letters. I kind of went in and focused on letters that he's just really struggling with. H and K were two that I noticed he doesn't connect very well. And the space, the sizing on both of those is not quite where it needs to be yet. Y and P, both of those for lowercase, he does not take them down into the basement. They're right there on the top of those lines. And then E and G are the ones that we've seen the most. E's one that from the time he came to the classroom, I was like, this is different, Braxton. Okay, this is a new one. So I really want to give him 2 good weeks of those of E and G to really focus in on those. I plan to progress monitor him after week 2, week 4, and week 6. I'll be doing that on both of the kids, and then based off that progress monitoring, I'll kind of make some adjustments to the intervention as needed. Sorry?
Good thinking.
Oh, thank you. And then the last few weeks we'll focus in really on letter sizing and letter spacing, just with some sentence work and just different things like that. So, and some fluency practice. I might try to tie in some more fluency practice with some decodables throughout the week. Again, it's just going to depend on how long I have him for and the amount of time he's willing to work. So like I said, this is my intervention lesson cycle. We're going to do a warm-up with our sound deck. That's just a sound deck of cards that we have that has all of our vowel patterns on there. I'm probably going to keep it pretty short with him and just do the ones we're working on. And then as we get going, if I feel like we can throw a few more in, or as I know he's moved through some more tier 1 instruction in the classroom, I might put some additional ones in there just to keep reviewing those for him. And then we'll have a setup where we'll either, we're going to be reintroducing those sounds. So we'll introduce the vowel sound, the vowel pattern we're working with, and then of course review it from the week before that we did. Do some blending and segmenting. I'm going to probably be pulling out the RGR letter tile boards to give him some manipulatives to work on with that. But also having him write them on whiteboards too, because I know writing is kind of what our focus is for him. We have some word study activities that I'll be pulling from my word study book that he's going to be working on. And again, initially it's going to be sorting some sounds based off what we're learning, but I want to try to really, as quickly as I can, give him that encoding so he's having to write them as well. So we're kind of hitting 2 things at one time. We'll work on the letter formation, and then we'll have a wrap up with a game or a review of what we've done for the day. So anything y'all can suggest or add to Braxton's work, or questions that I might need to consider for him?
No, I think this looks good. I think just keep in mind that 15-20 minutes, and maybe with a goal of shortening it to 10 to 12. Just so that you can, really hone in and focus in, but also maximize on his attention.
Yes.
Great structured and explicit lesson cycle.
Absolutely.
Good. Very, very.
Absolutely.
He knows what to expect. Once he gets in it,
Yes.
he's gonna know what I do this, then I do this, then I do this.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's my plan. I want him
Recovery and building that road.
Especially with him. When he knows what's coming, there's no surprises. He's willing to.
Yep.
Yeah. And depending on when I'm going to be pulling him to, I know it might be taking away from something everybody else is doing too. So I know he's going to want to just get in there, get it done, and get back to class too. So, but if he knows, he'll get going on there.
And I also appreciate that the 2 of you are collaborating together, so that it's not 2 separate focuses. You guys are pulling in resources together and focusing on this together for him. So that's great.
Yeah. Well, when I knew I was doing this, I thought, oh, Braxton, yes, we're going to fix that letter E. We're going to tag team him and get it done. All right. Well, this is Jackson. Jackson has been with me as well. I had his sister in, I think I was in 1st grade at that time. And now I have her brother Jackson with me. So with Jackson, we're going to be working on phonics, phonological awareness, and fluency. We'll kind of go into more detail with it, but Jackson's needing some confidence building too. And so along with that, we found some gaps in things that he needs to work on for his fluency. But I just really want him to be comfortable with reading a text, and I just don't think he's quite there yet. A little bit of background on him. Jackson's 8 years old. His birthday is July 27, 2017. He's actually one of the oldest ones in my classroom. His interests include theater, drawing, music, and playing with friends. He's a very well-behaved student. Before, when we kind of talked, we kind of had introduced him to a few of you, and Madison's like, I don't think I know this one. I'm like, you probably don't. He tries really hard in the classroom. He comes from a single family home. His mother works full time, and his father passed away when he was young. He has an older sister who was with us at Stewart and has moved on to Aledo. He attends an after-school program here on campus 2 days a week, and then he rides the bus home the other 3 days a week. And that varies. Sometimes he's on campus 3 days and home. His mom has some flexibility that she's able to work from home or be able to get home when they arrive from school. And I believe he does have some extended family in the area as well that helps kind of support them. I think his grandmother is local. In fact, I'm pretty sure she made me earrings for Christmas. That's what I was like. I remember them talking about that.
Nice.
Yeah. These were his initial assessments and inventories. Again, we start with that Amplify screener that we do. His nonsense words and word reading were below average. He was actually below average in everything on it this time. Again, he's been with us since kindergarten. When we kind of went back and looked at some of his data in Amplify, or when I did notice he was on grade level and all through first. I believe our first one for second grade, he was not. He was below.
Right.
But when he was on grade level, it was like 1 point. So we were just right on that line. And I think that step up into seconds just kind of, and he's almost just right below too. So he's kind of right on that edge there. I did a spelling inventory on him as well. He was successful with blends and R controls, but needs support with long vowel patterns and those diphthongs in his spelling, his encoding. And unlike Braxton, I feel like Jackson's encoding skills are a little bit stronger than his fluency skills are on his thing. Yeah. I use the UFly Foundational Intervention Placement as well. And again, he's really good with those CVCE patterns, just those long vowel sounds in single syllable words, and the multisyllabic words is when it became more difficult for him. This was his sentence dictation. He did fairly well on here. Again, when I went back and looked at that, he's got great penmanship, great writing. A lot of these were spelling errors in there. There were 1 or 2 R-controlled spelling errors where he just put the R instead of that AR or ER, but the majority of them were those vowel patterns.
So he's still just sounding out and hearing the sound. He's not thinking about the vowel pattern that it could possibly be with. Okay.
Yeah, he is. Reading, and that kind of showed with that R control as well. Did well in the CVCE, but the R controlled, he got 13 out of 15, but he did go in self-correct 4 of them. So great skill, and I'm grateful to see that he's self-correcting those, just giving him some more confidence in that those are.
He's thinking about his reading. He's really thinking about it.
Yes, yeah. And then 9 out of 14 on those long vowel pattern sounds. Lots of short vowel sounds for those longs. This is my intervention plan for him. Again, I have the same timing there, but like we talked about, just tightening it up once we adjust. I think I'll have a little more stamina with Jackson, but definitely trying to tighten that up a little bit as we move through it. We'll progress monitor again week 2, week 4, and week 6 to make any adjustments that I need to make. I'm going to focus again right on those long vowel sounds, vowel patterns, moving into our other vowels and using our posters and our hand signals and everything, and just kind of reinforcing the tier 1 that we've already done in the classroom. For the fluency, I really want to work on phrasing with him. I noticed when he reads, it's very word for word reading. So I want to do some different activities where he's scooping them, highlighting the different phrases, just even some pyramid reading where he's reading run through the pyramids like that, just to kind of get him in the habit of reading more phrases versus word for word. Week 3, I'm going to start him on some timed fluency practice just so he can kind of see his goals. So he has some investment into this as well, and kind of get him going on those. So we'll kind of circle into the sentence phrasing and the timed fluency kind of as we go through these. I'll probably pull in a few decodable text for him to read as well as we hit those vowel patterns that we're doing on there.
I suggest you also with that fluency and working on the phrasing, keep the same passage so that he can, as you time him, he can see his improvement, because repeated readings really build that reading road. So
Okay, yeah, I will definitely do that. And then at the end, if we can get some comprehension in there, we might try to tie a little bit of comprehension into there. He does pretty well with comprehension, but just keeping it fluid as we're going through it. This is my lesson cycle for him. Very similar to Braxton's. I'm kind of taking out that writing piece with him. We might do a little bit of writing. I'll definitely probably push some in during the word study activity where he's doing some encoding there. But the focus for him is really that fluency and building up the phrasing and supporting it with the words and blending them into there. So
good
that's
plan.
my plan.
Yeah, and I appreciate that you have an opportunity for some self-efficacy for them to buy in, and so that might be something to, I mean, I know Braxton has his goals as well,
Yeah.
but that's just a great way for them to tie into their learning and their data and to promote that self-efficacy. So.
Well, and something we do with writing, I didn't mention, we have them do their ABCs within 1 minute as well, which Braxton has done. And so we have I have 2 or 3 of those that he's already done in the classroom that we've kept. So I think I'll probably continue that with him as well. And I think he might he'll probably like that. I just got to get him to slow down enough to.
Well, even when he works on cursive and
Yes.
I don't know, was it this year or last year where he had to circle his best one? I think that was last.
We do. Yeah.
Do y'all do that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to circle his best one, and he is so proud of, like, he'll be like, well, look at all the other ones, but look at this one.
Yeah.
And he'll always go back to that best one if he can do it, like, so that he could do that again.
Yeah.
And so he thrives off of, he wants to be right. He wants everything to look, to be right all the time. So I think
that might be a great addition, just having him circle the best ones when we go through some
self-check.
simple self-check.
Very excited about it, and wants to show it off, and he's very proud of it, so.
He does, yes he does. All right, well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time and doing this with me.
This was awesome.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We just gotta get to work and get this
Do the
all
things.
done. Do all the things now.
And it's gonna be
No
exciting.
proper sponsor to see how much you say no.
I know.
It'll be exciting to see how much, I mean, I work more with Braxton, but to see how much he does grow from, I mean, just from last year, but from right now to
till then,
until the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm
Get
very
ready for second grade.
excited.
Because like you said that Jackson's the oldest, Braxton's birthday is only like a few days before
the cutoff.
Before the
cutoff. One of my youngest.
So they're almost literally a year
They
apart because
are,
his birthday's
yes.
in. So we always keep that in mind too, that he's very young.
Well,
He's
it's
very
funny
young.
you say that. When I was filling in my form here and putting the birthdays in, I had to go back and check them because I was like, wait a minute, I already typed that birthday in. I think that Jackson is the 27th, and then Braxton's like the 17th. So I thought I had done them wrong, and I was like, oh no, and they are. They're literally a year apart.
Because he's very young.
Yes. So.
But
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome song.
Okay, now we're gonna hope it videotaped. It was like my fear the whole time. Oh, I think we're good.
Good.
We're 39.
All right. So y'all have written down all of your words?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are looking at a review of a couple of different vowel patterns today. We're looking at the A sound, the O sound, and the E sound. All of those are what type of vowel pattern? What sound do they all make?
E, A,
Yeah, those vowel teams, the A-I, O-A, E-E, and E-A all make that long vowel sound, right? Okay, so you guys did a great job of sorting them down there. I know we marked through, but let's go and read each of our words that we have in our list right here. So put your fingers on that first word, and I'm gonna have Jackson read that top line, and then I'm gonna have Lucy read the next, and we'll just keep going since there's 4 lines, okay?
Okay.
All right, Jackson, you may begin.
Weight, thread, need, vest, toast, mail.
Good job. Okay, let's go back and take a look at this word right here. What vowel team do we have?
Yeah.
What sound does that EA make in this one?
E.
E. So say it again.
Beast.
Beast. Okay, and then what do you have right here?
O. Well, A.
You have an OA,
O. A.
and then what sound does that make?
Toast. Oh.
Okay.
Toast.
Toast. Good. Did you say that for the first one too?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. All right, very nice job. Okay, Lucy, you're on the next line.
Read, sheep, eat, seat, seat.
Good.
Oast, toast, throat, EP.
All right, very nice job. I want to come back and look at this one. I'm going to erase these just a little bit so you can see them a little better. What pattern? Good. What is it?
Ghost.
Ghost. I almost sounded like you said the k sound instead of g, like coast instead of ghost.
That's a G.
That's a G. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where? This.
Oh, I apologize. No, it's a C. Our line that went through there made it look like a G. So you had it correct first. What was it?
Coast.
Coast. Good. All right. Now look at this one right here. We have
Oat. Throat.
very nice job. Okay, Jackson, do the next one.
Okay. 3. Rail.
Look at each one. Start here.
Neat. But we're skipping.
Good job. You're skipping that sound, so you need to make the n sound. So
Meat.
Does E? Do you think it's going to be an E, or do you think it's going to be an E? Because sometimes that EA will make that F sound. So let's put the F sound in there. Mint. Good. Very good. All right.
Scream.
Oh, go stand in
Yay, I love this.
I know, our lights turned off. Okay, come back quick. Okay, have a seat. All right. Let's go right here.
Cream.
Good.
Moan. Cheek.
Nice job. Do me a favor. Let's start here and do that one more time, just because we got interrupted.
3. Rail. Mint. Cream. Moan.
Thank you. All right, Lucy, you're up.
Sets. Set.
What sound does that vowel go into me? It was my keys.
Seat. Sheets.
Okay, so say it again.
Sheets.
There you go.
Sail.
Okay. Ooh, is that?
Dorito.
Okay, does that sound like a word you know?
Dorito.
It does sound like Dorito, but doesn't have enough letters in there to make Dorito. What could we do to change this?
Dread.
Okay, does that sound like a word you might know? Dread. Do you know what dread means?
No.
It means you don't want to do something. You dread doing something.
And then wheel.
Good.
Least.
Okay.
Meal.
Very nice job. Good work. Okay, we're going to take a look at Ollie the Beast. We read a little bit of Ollie the Beast last week that you were with us, but we're going to just read it together today because then we're going to...
Ollie meets the Beast.
Ollie meets the beast, you're right.
Ollie
Then we're
meets
going to
a
answer
beast.
some comprehension questions.
Wait.
Oh, thank you for correcting me
That's
too. Molly
yours,
eats
Miss
a
Atkins.
beast. Oh, is this one me?
Because we did
Is this one you?
This one's mine. That one's mine.
Is that you? Okay,
Yeah, this is
perfect.
definitely mine. I do
All
not
right.
remember.
So we're gonna start at the top and we're gonna read the story together, okay?
Wait,
So let's put our finger on that first word right up here. Right here, are we ready to begin?
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and begin.
Meet Ollie, a man with goals, dreams, and a boat. Ollie sails the high seas each day, just like he did when he was a small lad. Ollie sails night and day to seek thrills. Today, Ollie wants to meet this same goal as he floats over each wave. Ollie gets on his boat, kicks away from the pier, and sets sail for a thrill. Birds fly high and fish creep by. This is not the sight Ollie dreams of. This is not thrilling. One day Ollie gets his wish. Ollie sees a massive, mean beast leap from above. It's
Hold on, where are we at? Right here.
below.
Below, thank you, correct, below. It jumps
way up and then it comes right back down. Ollie is in
disbelief as the beast keeps leaping. Ollie cannot fathom what he sees, but he wants to see it all. The wind does not blow, so the sails cannot propel the ship. Bait may be the key. Ollie must bait the beast with his sandwich so that it will come close. Let's stop there real quick. What's happened in this story so
So
far?
Ollie is
Hold
trying
on,
to
Jackson, tell me first.
Ollie is trying to get the beast away from her.
Okay, and so what does she do to get the beast away from
He's
her?
gonna throw bait into the water so she can see it better,
Mhm.
and
You-
maybe get a picture of
And you know, Lucy, I said she because I'm thinking of our classmate Ollie, but it actually says meet Ollie a man. So it is actually in the story.
I thought
a
it was a
he.
she. Can we pretend it's a girl?
Well, we need to read the story like it reads, so we need to call it a he for this one. I know, it's
But like
hard.
say he, but think
Mhm.
wait, maybe Ollie the man and Ollie the girl
Okay,
can marry.
maybe.
What?
All right, so let's do this. We're right here where it says the beast gets to the boat,
The-
correct? You see
The
that?
beast.
Will
The
you?
bait does.
The bait.
Oh, we're at the bait. The bait,
bait
does
does
the trick. Jackson,
the
will you
trick.
read that paragraph for us? He's gonna read those two lines. The
Oh.
bait does the trick, and then you're gonna read the next two
the
lines.
bait does the trick. The beast does come to Ollie's boat. As the beast gets near, Ollie fears that it may want extra to eat. The bait will not be all the beast will want. It seems the beast might get mad at Ollie.
Okay, read for us.
The
Susan.
beast gets to the boat. It prepares at Ollie.
Go right back.
Peers
There you go. Good job.
at Ollie with glowing yellow pimples. It shrinks.
Go back. Let's go back to that word. Let's chunk it out.
Shrinks.
So,
Shakes.
you had it. Let's look at each sound.
shrieks.
Shrieks.
Yeep. And it spits foam. Ollie was noisy. And now he might pay for it.
Pay for it. Okay, I'm gonna read that next line for us. On his boat and mails from home, Ollie has no hope for a save. Jackson, read that next one for us.
I don't want conflict. Ollie yelps. I want to meet you, not to fight. I bet you feel the same way.
Okay, read this last one for us. Lucy.
What a relief. Ollie's belief is right. The beast does not want to fight. It comes to a rest, and its pimples stop
Let's look at this word right
glowing.
here.
Pimples.
Do you see a or an if sound in there? What does that sound come? If this is gonna make the long vowel sound, pupils,
Pupils.
pupils. Pupils. Do you know what pupils
Stop.
are?
Like the little dots in your eye.
Yeah, your eyes. Pupils.
Glowing. Stop glowing. The beast shrinks slowly. This time to say hello.
Say hello. Good job. All right, very nice job. Okay, couple of quick questions. Where does Ollie go for the adventure?
To the sea.
To the sea. Where do you think they go, Lucy?
They go really deep into the sea.
What do they go on, Lucy?
A boat.
A boat. Okay, I'm gonna come to you now. What does Ollie use for bait to get the beast to come close?
Sandwich.
A sandwich. Very nice job. Why did Ollie think he needed to be saved by the beast?
Because it might eat her.
Might eat her? What do you think, Lucy?
Because it might just want her to be his friend, but maybe she wouldn't listen.
She wouldn't listen. Okay. How do you? Everything turned out okay, but do you think Ollie will try to bait another creature?
No.
Why or why not?
Because the last time she
Okay, hold on, Lucy. Tell me why.
the last time she did it, it came back for more.
You came back for more. Okay. What do you think,
The
Jackson?
last time she did it, that she wanted to be friends.
She wanted to be friends.
But if she
All
goes
right.
to another person, they might not want to be friends with her, so she might get killed.
She might. Okay. Very nice job, friends. I'm gonna stop this one.